Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Weekly Wisdom brought to you by Semrush. I'm Hannah, I'm the head of paid media at Blue Light Media. We're a digital marketing agency based in Southern California, and today we're going to review how to use custom audiences to better target your potential customers and current customers on Facebook ads. There are multiple ways that you can use custom audiences. The most common are website traffic and customer files, but we're also going to review a couple different ways to retarget those who have engaged with your page, as well as viewed videos or submitted lead forms. So let's get started. Okay, so the first type of audience that we're going to create is one from a customer file. So Facebook offers a couple different options. If you do know the customer lifetime value, you can include that, and that offers some additional testing options. For right now, though, we are using a file that doesn't include that LTV. So we're going to click that option, and we're going to wait a bit until Facebook figures out what it's doing. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add the file, and because of recent changes in data protection, you have to select the origin of this upload. This is basically a way to prove that you can, kind of on our system, prove that you do have access to legally use this information. So we're going to select directly from customers, and we're going to upload the file. And then we're going to name our audience. So we're going to say current subscribers. I tend to include a date on this as well, just so that we can know exactly when this was uploaded, because this isn't a constantly updating data source. And then we're going to hit next. And you can see that there are email addresses already picked by Facebook. And then you can also choose either first name or last name if that's available. And there are some other data that we're not going to upload. So we're going to do upload and create. We're going to select upload anyways. And then we are going to wait until this is done. It says that all rows were uploaded. And then we're going to hit done. And then we can, again, pull up this audience to show some basic details about when it was created. Next, we're going to create a custom audience based off of website traffic. Now, this does require that you have a Facebook pixel added to your website, which can be done either through an integration or by manually adding that code. Once that is available, you can see a little green dot next to our pixel. That means it's receiving data and that we're able to retarget to anyone who has visited our website. There are also a couple different options. You can choose any or all of people who match the following criteria. So for the purpose of this example, we're going to use all website visitors. And because we made some changes to the website in the last couple of days, we're going to do anyone who has visited in the last 15 days. So they see the most recent, they're the people who have seen the most recent version of, for example, a blog post or a new version of the website. So this kind of gives us more control over who has seen the website. You can also include or exclude people, and then you also want to name it. So we are going to name it Blue Light Website 15 days. And the reason why I don't put a date on this is because this is a rolling data. So it's not necessarily anyone who has visited between now and 15 days ago. It's the current day and 15 days ago. So we're going to create that audience. And you see that the custom audience was created, and it's going to take a little bit for Facebook to fully match anyone who has visited the website to people on Facebook, and that typically takes anywhere from a couple hours to 24 hours to fully work out. Now that we've reviewed website traffic and customer files, we're going to go into how you can use Facebook data in order to retarget to people who have interacted with any of your events or posts or ads. So we're going to first use Instagram Business Profile. So you can see that with our Instagram account, we can include anyone who is engaged with our business, or even a post or an ad, or people who have DM'd us, or people who have saved a post or an ad. So for the purposes of this example, we're going to choose people who have engaged with any post or ad in the last 30 days. And so this gives us the opportunity to resell to people who have seen one of our products or services but haven't fully converted. So we're going to name this Blue Light IG Engagement. And we're going to say 30 days, which offers a quick way for us to reference the exact time frame. And then we're going to create the audience, wait for Facebook to process a little bit, and we are good to go. Okay. The next type of custom audience that we're going to create is video. So you can create an audience out of people who have viewed a specific video or group of specific videos over a certain time period. There are multiple types of engagement you can choose from, kind of depending on your campaign's goals. For example, people who have watched 75% to 95% of your video are people who are really interested in your brand. They wanted to watch the entire thing, and that is one way to retarget to people who are more likely to purchase. There are also people who have viewed 3 seconds of your video or 10 seconds of your video, which matches some of the metrics that Facebook uses in ads, so it's also a little bit of a way to kind of combine multiple types of content and metrics. So for this example, we're going to use 3 seconds of our video. We are going to choose our videos. You can see that our Facebook page is up here, and I'm going to target anyone who is engaged with our Kavita product review or social media review video. So we're going to select confirm, and we're going to do anyone in the last 15 days. Then we're going to name it. And select create audience. Okay, and as you can see, it will take a little bit of time for us to be able to use that audience. So remember that if you do want to launch a campaign, you need to build in a little bit of time in order for Facebook to fully start populating these audiences. Okay. The next type of custom audience we're going to create is from lead forms. This is a really valuable way to retarget to people who have, for example, downloaded an ebook or submitted their information for an offer. And so we are going to do 7 days, which keeps it pretty fresh in their mind. And you do need to select a specific form. So we're going to use this top learn more form. And so this means that we can target people who have only submitted information through this form. We're going to name it. And again, put that length in there just so that we can easily reference that while we're building out the campaign. Then we're going to create it. And here we go. You'll see that it will take a couple minutes. Again, I recommend always creating a custom audience at least a couple hours before you want to launch the campaign, just so that it can launch strong. Now that we've created all of these custom audiences, which you can always reference in your asset library in Business Manager, we are going to create a lookalike based off of people who have engaged with our Instagram, any post or ads. Now, when you build out a lookalike, you are targeting people who are similar to that custom audience. And so we're going to go over to these 3 little dots by my cursor, select create lookalike, and here we go. So you can see that our Instagram engagement is the source. We're going to select the United States as an option. Remember, once you're in the campaign, you can drill that down even further if you'd like. But for the purpose of creating this audience, we're going to keep it at the US. And so now you select the audience size. So if you have a smaller percentage, like 1 to 2%, that means that you're optimizing for similarity. So these users are going to be those that are most similar to your custom audience. If you want to reach as many people as possible without necessarily dealing with interest when you're building out the campaign, you're going to go to the more like 8 to 9% range. We typically stick between 1 to 3, and we're currently testing out some other options as well. But for the purpose of this, we're going to use 2 different audiences. We're going to test out a 1% and a 2%. So you can actually see that the size or estimated reach is very similar. It's actually exactly the same, but they're also different people. So this is worthwhile testing. And so we're going to create that audience. And you can now see that there are two audiences of 1% and then 1 to 2% of the blue light Instagram engagement in the last 30 days. You can also utilize this lookalike tool for any of your custom audiences, whether it's people who have visited your website, current purchasers, video engagement, any custom audience option, you can build a lookalike off of that. Thanks again for watching this episode of Weekly Wisdom by Semrush. Again, I'm Hannah, part of Blue Light Media. Remember, whatever you do, always put your heart into it.